Today's lesson is over Proverbs 26. We'll read the passage and go over the themes. Proverbs 26 from the New Living Translation reads, Honor is no more associated with fools than snow with summer or rain with harvest. Like a fluttering sparrow or a darting swallow, an undeserved curse will not land on its intended victim. Guide a horse with a whip, a donkey with a bridle, and a fool with a rod to his back. Don't answer the foolish arguments of fools, or you will become as foolish as they are. Be sure to answer the foolish arguments of fools, or they will become wise in their own estimation. Trusting a fool to convey a message is like cutting off one's feet or drinking poison. A proverb in the mouth of a fool is as useless as a paralyzed leg. Honoring a fool is as foolish as tying a stone to a slingshot. A proverb in the mouth of a fool is like a thorny branch brandished by a drunk. An employer who hires a fool or a bystander is like an archer who shoots at random. As a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool repeats his foolishness. There is more hope for fools than for people who think they are wise. The lazy person claims, "There's a lion on the road." Yes, I'm sure there's a lion out there. As a door swings back and forth on its hinges, so the lazy person turns over in bed. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. Lazy people consider themselves smarter than 7 wise counselors. Interfering in someone else's argument is as foolish as yanking a dog's ears. Just as damaging as a madman shooting a deadly weapon is someone who lies to a friend and then says, "I was only joking." Fire goes out without wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. A quarrelsome person starts fights as easily as hot embers light charcoal or fire lights wood. Rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart. Smooth words may hide a wicked heart, just as a pretty glaze covers a clay pot. People may cover their hatred with pleasant words, but they're deceiving you. They pretend to be kind, but don't believe them. Their hearts are full of many evils. While their hatred may be concealed by trickery, their wrongdoing will be exposed in public. If you set a trap for others, you will get caught in it yourself. If you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. A lying tongue hates its victims, and flattering words cause ruin. Proverbs 26 is a chapter filled with vivid and sometimes humorous imagery that delivers strong moral and practical lessons. The key themes center around foolishness, laziness, quarrelsomeness, and deceit. Here's a breakdown of the major themes. The folly of fools, verses 1 to 12. Fools are repeatedly warned against. Verses use metaphors, e.g., like snow in summer, to show how inappropriate honor is for fools. Giving a fool an important message or trusting him causes harm. Verse 11. As a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. Verse 12 ends this section by warning that a person who is wise in his own eyes is worse off than a fool. Lesson in these verses. Fools are dangerous and unteachable. Trusting them with responsibilities and places built for honor is a recipe for disaster. Laziness, verses 13 to 16. The lazy person is comically described, won't leave his bed, makes excuses and thinks he's wiser than others. In verse 14, we see this theme play out. As a door turns on its hinges, so a sluggard turns on his bed. Lesson in 13 to 16 is that laziness will lead to self-deception and, frankly, just being useless. The danger of meddling and quarreling, verses 17 to 21. Verses 17 to 19 warn against interfering in others' arguments and making jokes that hurt. Verses 20 to 21 speak to how gossip and strife keep conflict alive. Theme. When we seek out stirring up trouble or getting involved in others' disputes, oftentimes is unwise and typically leads to some sort of destruction of a relationship or friendship. Stepping into battles we were never intended to fight. The harm of deceit and hypocrisy, verses 22-28. Verses warn about those who hide hatred with pretty words or flattering speech. Verse 24. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. The chapter ends with a warning that deceit and malice will ultimately backfire. A great question to understand is, what is the motive behind these words? If the motive is not genuine, then we see lies, flattery, and hatred leading to hidden agendas to cause harm to others, and ultimately, the deceiver as well. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson over Proverbs 26. Please continue to join us for our series over the course of the book of Proverbs. It is my prayer that we can all grow together and learn from God's Word. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.